my name is Melissa Fuentes, and my informative speech is on the Hershey Company, because it is my favorite type of chocolate. So why not do a speech on chocolate? So the company was started by Milton S. Hershey. I don't know what it's like that. So he was an intern to a candy maker in Pennsylvania for 4 years. And from this, he gained experience and stuff. So he decided that he wanted to start his own candy company. So he then moved to Denver and began his company. His first business, he worked on it for 6 years, and it ended up failing. So then he moved to Denver to work with a confectioner, and he taught him how to make caramels. And then from there, he decided to move back to Pennsylvania and start a caramel business. This caramel business also failed. I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. It does that when once the
okay.
Windows goes in.
Okay. Alright, so then he started his second company. It failed. He then I don't know what it says, but he then started his third candy company, and that one was successful. It employed over 1,400 people, and it was shipped all around the United States and in Europe. So Hershey started off, he was doing a caramel company, so he wasn't yet selling chocolates. He became fascinated with chocolate in the 1893 World Columbian Expedition, and he began coating his caramel with chocolate. And he realized that the people like chocolate a lot more than caramel. So due to the growing demand for chocolate, he produced a Hershey company. And so the recipe for producing chocolate was kept a secret by the Swiss. So he had to create his own recipe through trial and error, and he was the first American to develop a formula for milk chocolate. So he ended up selling his caramel business for $1 million, and then the Hershey Company was relocated to the Dairy Township, which is where Hershey was born. He actually had this different mentality when thinking about his workers from the people back then. So he believed if his workers had a healthy environment and a good place to grow in and live, that they would be better workers. So he provided a healthy community for his workers. He provided for his workers' welfare, and that included housing. So he actually paid for their housing, which is really cool. He added schools, an amusement park, swimming pools, a convention hall, a department store, and a community building. And these are a couple of the pictures. So there's the Cocoa House, and that one had a bank. It had little stores in it, kind of like a little mall. There is a Hershey Park, which is really, really big now in Pennsylvania. Before it was a lot smaller. The Hershey Sports Arena, and then the Hershey Hotel. So Hershey was actually a farm boy that never had an education. So he wanted to give kids that don't have an education a chance. So he established the Milton Hershey School, which was originally an orphanage just for boys. It is now an orphanage for boys and girls. And then he transferred most of his wealth and ownership to the orphanage, which is really, really cool. Also, Hershey has passed away. So something that's really cool is that his legacy lives on. So today, the Hershey Company donated $50 million to the Penn State Medical Center, which is really cool. They kept that legacy going of giving to people. These are some of his chocolates. There is the Kisses. They got their name Kisses from the sound that they made when they were being manufactured, which is pretty cool. And then there is the Reese's. It was started by H.B. Reese, and he worked for Hershey in a farm, and then he used Hershey's chocolate to make his Reese's bars. And then there is the one on the right. Those are Hershey candy that is sold around the world, so it is shipped to over 70 countries. And then there is Kit Kat and Almond Joy, and that's my bibliography.
Good job.